Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 17th of May 2023. Now, same as last week, this shrine actually came out yesterday. It was like yesterday evening for me, so it's like Tuesday evening instead of just on Wednesday. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know if this is going to be the new norm or if they're just doing it for the lols or something. I honestly don't know. But I'm going to do them on Wednesdays because when it's Tuesday evening, I don't really have time or quiet to make videos. So I'm going to probably just keep doing them on Wednesdays. But I don't know. We'll see next week. And I also am counting this as a shrine for Wednesday, not for Tuesday, because, again, I don't know if it's going to be like this next week or not. But you know what? Screw it. They're changing things up, I guess. So let's just get started, I guess. First of all, we have Dead Man's Switch, which is a Death Slinger perk, and this on it, so when you hook a survivor, it becomes activated for 30 seconds, and in that time, if a generator, I mean, not a generator, if a survivor lets go of a generator, then that generator will get blocked for the duration, and you'll see that aura in white for the duration. So, it's alright, it's a pretty good perk actually. This is most commonly perked with Pain Resonance, which is a Scourge hook, because when you hook someone on a Scourge hook, any survivors on a gen will scream and automatically let go because it will like kick them off it basically. And if you combine it with this, then they'll automatically let go. The gen will lose progress and then it'll get blocked with Dead Man's. So you can use it with that, but you don't have to use it with that. I sometimes honestly use this perk by itself, like not with Pain Resonance or anything, and I think it still works. I think, especially if you're a killer with good mobility, you can hook someone and then as long as you can get around some of the gens, or if they hear your tear radius, so before you get there, you'll see that it goes white, so that you'll know someone's there, and it basically just lets you get pressure, and it's just good information as well, because, you know, you'll see where someone, at least one person's been working on a gen, and yeah, so I just think it's not too bad. I think I think people just like to use it with Pain Resonance a lot, but you don't have to. It's probably not as good, to be honest, but that doesn't mean it's like bad. It's still good. I just think it's pretty commonly paired with that. Next up, we have Monitor and Abuse, which is a Doctor perk, and this one's so while you're in a chase, your terrorist gets increased by 8 meters, but when you're not in a chase, your terrorist gets decreased and your field of view gets increased. So it's a weird one, but basically, if you're playing as a killer with a low terror radius, it gets even smaller, and then when you're around the map just trying to find people, you get a smaller tear radius, and you also get a wider field of view. It does not stack with Shadowborn, so keep that in mind. It doesn't really... I don't know what happens if you put them together. I've actually never seen that, or seen anyone do that, where you pair them. I don't know if it just cancels each other's out, and like nothing happens, or if it just does Shadowborn, I don't know. But it doesn't stack with that, basically. And I think, like I said, I don't think this perk's like anything crazy. It's nice, sure, but I think it's only really beneficial on killers with smaller tear radiuses, so maybe Huntress, maybe Hag, Deathslinger. I don't think Deathslinger has a smaller tear radius. I'm trying to think who even has smaller tear radiuses nowadays. But basically, just any killer who has like a smaller tear radius is probably the most beneficial. Other than that, I don't think it's anything crazy. I haven't really used this perk, and when I haven't really noticed any difference, so keep that in mind. Next up, we have No Mither, which is a David perk. I'll be brief on this one because it's been on before and I always say the same thing. This perk is not worth it at all. It makes you broken for the whole match, but lets you fully recover when you're in the dying state and you don't leave pools of blood. And also it says grunts of pain caused by injuries gets reduced, so again, there's that. But I think the problem with this perk is that, well, number one, it makes you injured the whole time, which I know. I get that it's meant to be a perk that, like, you know, you're injured, but you get really good benefits from it. However, if people see that you're broken from the start, they know that you have no mither, and they know that that means that you can pick yourself up from the ground, that you won't leave pools of blood. So the problem is that they won't let you get slugged, and they will probably just come after you so you can't use your benefits and everything. And also, they're probably just going to come after you because you're injured, and that's an easy chase for them. So unless you're really good at this perk, I mean, really good at this game, sorry, and you're crazy, then definitely use this. But I don't think the little benefits you get from it are worth it at all. And like I said, if any killer sees that you're broken, chances are they know what the effects of No Mither are, and they're going to not let you use those effects, basically. And finally, we have Cut Loose, which is a Felita perk. This is one of the new ones, and again, with these Tools of Torment perks, you'll need them for the archive challenges. So I will say that even if you're not really interested in this perk, if you're doing the archives and the tome pass and everything, just pick it up because you'll need it. Well, you'll probably need it. I don't know if you need it yet. I think you do. I think by now you need all of their teachables. So anyway, after you perform a rush to vault in a chase, this perk activates, and then while it is active, your rush vaults get silent for up to 6 seconds, and then if you rush vault again during that time, it resets the timer, and then it goes on cooldown. So what this means is that you fast vault in a chase, you have 6 seconds to fast vault again, which becomes silent, and if you do that, you get another 6 seconds. So then if you vault in that 6 seconds, that becomes silent as well. So basically, if you manage to keep vaulting, or not, and you wait for the cooldown, then you can literally just get quick and quiet for a whole chase pretty much. And this is really good. It's kind of a complicated perk to like work properly, and you need to make sure that you can get the vaults in time and everything, or else the timer goes on and resets and everything and goes on cooldown. But I think this perk is really good at throwing killers off, because the few times I've used it, the killers get absolutely dumbfounded and they just kind of loof themselves for a bit because they can't tell that I've run off somewhere. So I think I need more time for this perk, but I will say from this and from the time I've used it, I actually think it's pretty good. And it's pretty unique, you know. I mean, it's not unique because it's basically quick and quiet, but also it's good because it rewards you for playing well and, you know, using what's available in a chase, basically. So perks to buy, I'd say Cut Loose, not just because you need it for the challenges and the Rift Pass, but like I said, I think it's actually a pretty solid perk. I think if I think it's a good perk to like practice with, I guess, and once you do, it's really good. And Dead Man's Switch, I think is just a pretty solid perk overall. I think a lot of killers benefit from this, and I did say high mobility killers, but you know, if you have Pain Resonance and you get this, you could probably just use those two together. But don't be put off by not using Pain Resonance, because this perk can stand by itself and it is good, and it will get you value and information. So that'll do it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I made a brand new video yesterday that's up on the channel. I'm doing a new series where I practice Dead by Daylight killers that I don't play usually, and I did the first video yesterday. It's in a playlist, so go check that out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.